shirt, no sleeves. Tell her with it like me. Blowing a coffee, he's asleep. You weak, chic. The web look at the boots, fleet. Headache. Got a hook till she give me a headache. Send me a text, I ain't reading no essay. Fall back here, get back. Fall back here, get back. So long as she get really so now I don't mean to call you cause I don't know that, and if I never call you again, I mean you throw back. We only met once when we go back way back.
Well, good, Greg. What type of quarters are you thinking about? How long? You want to do 5? You want to go back to 12? You yapping, I can't hear you, Zeke. How you feeling? You alright? Good. Alright, let's do it. Cool. Same teams or different teams. What you trying to do, man? Same teams or different teams. So what you trying to do, Zeke? All right, let's go to your stadium. You want dark uniforms or light? Alright. Are you home or are you away from home? I don't know. Whatever. I'm trying to think. Was I away or was I home last? I don't know. Whatever. I guess we'll figure out.
And here it is, one of the NFL's truly iconic stadiums and the oldest one still in use. It's Soldier Field in Chicago. Up next, it's our main event between the Chicago Bears and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Cairo Santos out for the opening kick. And here we go from Chicago. Kenneth Gainwell now to return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Rodgers. And his first pass falls incomplete.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive downfield. I love the call. I love pushing the ball down the field. But the windows in the throwing lanes aren't there long. And it only takes a little bit for a throw to be off.
After the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Oh, you having stuff commentary? That's what you do, Zeke. You're not that guy. Let's go.
Good pickup, but he's denied that first down. The stop comes at the 32-yard line.
Yeah, these in cuts maybe aren't the hardest throws from a degree of difficulty, Kate, but it does take some courage as a quarterback to throw into congested spaces, but it can pay big dividends.
It's Warren on 3rd down. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
We've set it down from 37. Going to the ground again on 1st. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after looks like a yard gain. Hit made by T.J. Edwards.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Play action here with Rodgers. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
That's what I call complimentary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down. Throw here, 3rd down. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up. And, partner, I think we just got to look at what's going to be one of their biggest challenges in this one, operating quick enough to neutralize that pass rush.
That's right. And I know it's very, very early, obviously, the opening drive, but hits like that compound. That's why defenses stress it each and every week to get after the quarterback, because hits like that can have an effect throughout.
It's away, and not a great kick, angling right toward the sideline. And this one soars out of bounds. The only question is where they will mark it. Looks like it's going short of the 40. Some nice field position here. Bears getting set. 1st and 10. Now here's DeAndre Swift on the ground. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
46-yard line.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Off the play fake, Williams. This running back, DeAndre Swift. And he picks up about 6 on the play. Stopped though right near the marker. Didn't get it. 3rd down.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve. Some call it automatic. But it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
On 3rd down, here's Swift. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 26-yard line. That goes for a gain of just 1. And it'll be 1st down Bears.
1 yard. And the Bears 1st down.
Staying grounded with Swift. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing the dirty work, playing to run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
Working from the gun, Williams. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. That's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those...
Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Steelers take over after forcing the first turnover of this ball game. Not the auspicious debut they'd certainly hoped for on that opening drive. The coverage, impressive, taking their first possession away with that interception.
Hey, it is tough to play a clean game in this league. The caliber of defenders are awesome. You just hope that eventual missteps happen at a less meaningful moment than your opening series. You don't want to make it any harder.
It isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Offensive line fast.
A loss of 9 yards. It's second down.
Now here's Rodgers. Complete to DK Metcalf. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards into double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
Third down, and they need to get 10. Here he goes, third and long. Just like the last play, Metcalf has it. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Here we go, fourth down with Rodgers. He finds it beyond the marker. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. Wow, what a call. They wind up with 12 on fourth down. They pull off the conversion.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
First down from the 42. Trying to get outside here with Warren. Still has some space inside the 35. And he's out of bounds on a gain that takes him into the red zone, Brock, inside the 15.
You know he'll never shy away from embracing contact on the play right up the gut. Come on. You know getting that toss in the open field is so much more fun. And on that play, certainly more exciting for all of us to watch, too.
All right, still scoreless through one quarter, but that looks like it's going to change pretty soon. Hopefully no shortage of excitement coming up in the second. Back to Soldier Field in just a moment. It's Steelers ball as we return for the second, and they have to be thinking points here. Rodgers going to throw on first. Finds his back, Jalen Warren. And he's brought down after a short gain.
It may not look like much on the stat sheet, but this is kind of good on good. An offense gets a completion, not going backwards, and the defense, well, they rallied, they pursued, and kept that screen to a minimal gain.
An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
This 8-play drive might be on its last legs here, partners. They try to figure out this 3rd and 7. Working out of the gun. Here's Rodgers. Throw is caught. And this spot is going to be close, but he does not have that first. They're going to face 4th and short.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line, you feel good about it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
Offense isn't moving here. They are going for this on 4th and 1. They'll go for it. Rodgers. Oh, my. It's interception in the end zone. Tremaine Edmonds has it.
This is one of the toughest tests yet of this game for the defense so far, Kate. Boy, not only did they hold up, but they turned some momentum with that interception in the end zone.
Bears making their way up to the line. Here comes 1st and 10. Here's Swift to start the drive. And he's not going to escape. They could not get the push they needed. That's going to be a safety. Well, an assist to their punter on that one, Brock.
I'm glad you said that, Kate. Absolutely right.
Because it was that kick that set up the chance for that immediate safety.
How many times do we sit with coaches over the course of the week and we hear it all the time? Mirroring that defense and special teams, it can be game changers. And you don't know that play in any NFL game that could turn the tide. Well, we got to see the defense and the special teams marry together, and now we'll get to watch the offense take possession.
So march it forward after they accept the penalty. Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. Here's Rodgers on 1st and 10. He had it for a moment, but a complete defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
No luck on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. Warren running between the tackles. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just sometimes you got to run into darkness. Just go where there is no lane and hope that something opens along the way. That linebacker said, not this time.
This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. They'll throw. 3rd and long. Well, fired that one, but they couldn't connect.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time, well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
And on 4th and 10, they aren't moving. They're going for this. They'll throw for it. Connecting on the slant. He's taken down at the 30. They stun this defense. They pick up 14 on 4th, and they pick up the 1st down, too.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now we give to Warren, coming right. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Jalen Johnson with the stop.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays, the ones that amount to really very little statistically, and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
With each incompletion, each turnover, each sack, you can almost just feel this offense's frustration. Really imperative this quarterback stay positive. Just keep chopping away.
A toss running left. Warren. This gets the 1st and more. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers push this to an 8-point game.
You know what a run like that does for everybody, for the play caller, for the O-lineman, for the offense? It just gives you confidence that you can call that run again and not expect a little chunk, but go get explosive on the ground as well.
Mike Tomlin never afraid to go for 2. Has his offense out to do just that. Rodgers trying to throw for it. And he's got it. They get the conversion, and that's going to extend their lead. Oh, it's It's a favorite of NFL teams and armchair quarterbacks alike, partner. The quick slant. It is so tough to defend that close to the goal line, and this time it works for two.
It sure is. It's one of those plays that I think Bart Starr was running in the 60s, that slant route.
Whoa.
When you incorporate it with the threat of a fade as well, that's when it becomes so effective. But you get inside that DB, you show the quarterback your numbers, and it's almost automatic for a two-point conversion.
Josh Blackwell to return it. He dodged the tackle. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful effort. Chicago bringing the offense to the line. It's 1st and 10. Not deterred by that pick. He's thrown again. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Patrick Queen in to pick it off. That deficit, and that's nothing, Brock. They are right in this game, but they'll make it final if they keep hurting their cause with these interceptions.
Play smart, not scared. That's a mantra that the Colts and Tom Moore and Peyton play smart football, not scared to make a mistake. And right now, he is just making way too many mistakes.
The Pittsburgh offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Trying to inside of Warren. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL. But it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them behind the sticks. Job well done there. There's no question, Kate, that the big plays down the seam or big tight ends a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage, it gets good coverage, contested catches that really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
It'll be 3rd down and 8 on the other side of this 2-minute warning. More from Soldier Field after this. 3rd down and the Bears loading up that secondary. They're in dime. 3rd and long for him here. Completed over the middle. And he's close, but they say he did not get there. It's going to be 4th and maybe a yard.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
So the field goal team stays sidelined. They're going to go for this. Going for it with Warren. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. That's a short gain of 1. And the 4th down call pays off as they'll move the chains.
Nothing like a little suspense on 4th down over there on those sidelines as everyone waited to see just whether or not he got the 1st down. Some of these running backs, okay, they just have a nose, just have a feel for exactly what it takes to move those chains.
And this give not as fruitful. They're on him quicker this time. He's not going to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Perception and reality, Kate. The perception out there from the public is edge rushers are defined by their sacks. The reality in a locker room and in the huddle is you could be defined by your relentlessness. And his motor never stopped. Helped him track it down for a loss on the outside.
Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers grow their lead just before halftime. It's a DK Metcalf touchdown. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on football fields. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. And he sure did.
Rodgers has his guys set. Looking to tack on 2 to that touchdown. All right, they're going to throw for it. Nothing doing on that 2-point opportunity. A fail on the conversion.
That is a gold star effort by the defense. First and foremost, you got to defend against the run on this short of a field. To do that and adapt in time to force an incompletion, that's a win-win.
Now Boswell on to send this away. Devin Duvernay to return it. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
They'll begin this drive with barely over 25 seconds left. Williams to throw on first. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
The lack of points and the lack of yards have just gone hand in hand here in the first half, and they both really trace back to the same root cause, an inability to consistently find and exploit any opening in what's been a very sound defensive game plan.
Trying for the deep ball. And that's going to be incomplete. Still time for a couple of plays, though, with 15 seconds left. Just couldn't find Romadunze there. So now it's going to be third and long.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, well, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. A give right side for Swift. And he's going to be stopped right around the 37. The end result there, 15 yards and a first. All right, with 6 seconds left, we've got a timeout.
A gain of 15.
New set of downs from 37. Looking to throw. He's trying to push the field. His final shot of the half will not connect. That falls incomplete. No time remaining in our first half. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Now Boswell on to send this away. Here's Duvernay on the return. It's going well so far. Nice effort here. They're going to tackle him just shy of the 35.
We don't always know what's said there at halftime, Kate, in the locker room. Some of the adjustments offensively and defensively, but I can assure you the special teams coach pulled his kick return team aside and said, listen, we have a chance here down double digits to spark this game. Let's go out and get a great return to set the offense up for success. And that's exactly what they did.
And that's got it left side. And he's forced out of bounds after a gain of about 4 there. Second down.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on the throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Here's Swift on second down. Great work there to evade the tackle, but the rest of the run, pretty forgettable. No gain there.
Tackle made at the 38-yard line. It's a gain of a yard. And it's third down.
About set. This is 3rd and 5. Out of the gun. Here's Williams. This is brought in. Big gain here for Loveland. And he's going to get this down inside the 30 before he's driven out. How about a big hitter? 30, 40 yards there and a new set of downs.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Touchdown, Chicago. The Bears cut into the lead coming out of halftime. It's a Romadunze touchdown.
Every touchdown's got its own story, but for me, Kate, that one's all about courage. Courage of that receiver to run all the way across the field. Courage of the quarterback to know it's going to take a little extra time. That courage paid dividends for 6.
Ben Johnson dialing it up. They're going to try for the 2-point conversion.
The Bears will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Williams trying to throw for it. And he's got it. That catch gets him 2 and turns this into a 1-score game once again.
Steelers 16.
Well, I hear you say it all the time, partner. It comes back to that word trust, and they trusted in their offense to go get those 2 points, make this a one-score game. They do their job. Now one big play can change the entire outlook of this game for them.
Yeah, now it becomes about complementary football. As you said, the offense did their job. Now defense, can you not just get a stop? Can you get a turnover? Maybe take it to the house yourself. Either way, that conversion puts them one snap away from a totally different ball game.
All right, that lead cut down to 8 after that score, and the kick is away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock, so they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. The Steelers with some very good field position as they get set, 1st and 10. Rodgers off the play action. Austin makes the grab downfield. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains. And that right there is about the best you could hope for against double coverage. Good chunk of yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and 2 guys can't stop one.
One play in, Brock, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Trying an inside give to Ward. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
Rodgers from the gun. That's who his running back. Didn't gain well. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. A gain of 15 there. Man, the Steelers have a first down.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on a defense.
New set of downs for him from the 31. First down, Warren. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackled for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11. Well, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you called 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. From the shotgun, here's Rodgers. Bears getting close, and they're going to take him down. Looking quickly here.
Rodgers sacked. A loss of 11 yards. And it's 3rd down. 3rd and long.
It's 3rd and long. Here's Rodgers. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. So that brings up 4th and long. The Steelers set to punt it. Corliss Waitman will kick it away. I guess he didn't really quite know his own strength there. That kick cleared the end zone entirely. It's going to be a touchback. Bears making their way up to the line. Here comes 1st and 10. Here's Williams. Finds him over the middle. And some excellent work to drive them all the way out past the 30-yard line. 1st and 10 from the 32.
And the Bears first down.
Working from the gun, Williams. To the middle, Loveland hauls it in. And he's down after getting this up to the 41.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable. It creates space to take that shot downfield.
Running behind center is Swift. Well, he's going to be brought down at the 42. That's good for a couple of yards. And that'll be first down, Chicago.
First down, Bears.
Going to run again with Swift. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Hit applied by Keanu Benton.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on first down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Get some space around midfield. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. So we're through 3 here. The Bears have the ball, and they're going to need to score. They come in trailing. First and 10 now from the 46. Williams from the gun. Connecting with his back here, Swift. And this is going to get him into the red zone. He's at the 18-yard line. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Look the ball in your hands, number one. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And then when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that space upfield. Turn a good play into a great play.
Are tackled close to their own end zone, but the important thing is they got that football back. There are costly interceptions, Brock, and then there are interceptions inside the red zone in the second half of a one-score game.
And if there is ever a time where ball security is paramount, it is right now. They made a great play. Don't get me wrong. They deserve a ton of credit right there. But as a quarterback, you cannot risk a turnover. It's touchdown, it's check down, it's throw the ball away. You're literally throwing points away with that pick.
Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4. Warren once more. And he's taken down here at the 16-yard line. They get 6 and a first down as well.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a third down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next third down coming.
First down. Here's Rodgers. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
On second down, Warren. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Some offenses, well, they prefer to go run in that RPO situation. It's a safer call, a little more conservative. But in this case, it gets him just as many yards as a short completion will.
First down throw here by Rodgers. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. So that brings up second down. Working out of the gun. Here's Rodgers. It's on the in route. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win, too. Sometimes you can get to win-win.
Play number 7 on this drive, and they need 7 here on third down. He's back to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Well, that took some force right there. That took some serious defensive effort to force the incompletion. You're not going to see a lot of guys ever let go of a football when they got a first down right in their midst. But that force, that contact, separated man from ball.
Look at them. They don't want to surrender the lead or possession. The offense staying out there on 4. Henry, here's a give to Warren. And this won't even get close. They stop him before he can get near that marker. This is going to be a turnover on downs.
You know, Kate, it's almost like the defense was in the offensive huddle before the play. They dialed up the perfect blitz to encircle and cut off that run, and the reward is they get off the field.
First down, Williams to throw. Completed to his running back. And he's going to be stopped, but not before he gets him all the way down to that 15-yard line. They got 21 yards on the play. And it'll be first down Bears.
I don't know about you, Kate, but I think somebody's auditioning for some extra work as a receiver. If he could do that coming out of the backfield, imagine the damage he could do if they sent him out into one of those spots out wide.
First down, here's Swift. Oh, man, nothing from him again, Brock. It has been a struggle all game as this one's quickly mopped up, too. They only get a yard that time, and we have reached the 2-minute warning. Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down. It could be it, folks. It's intercepted. Picked up by Peyton Wilson. And the Steelers make the play that should win them this game. Now that right there, that is rising to the occasion in the red zone, partner. Could have saved 3 points there, maybe twice that with that interception.
You know, these defenders, they're willing to bend and bend. These offenses are so good in this league, and they know how critical the red zone is. And when you get an interception like that, you just break. You break the will of that offense and the confidence, and those are big time. You're right. Put some points on the board for that defense with that effort.
Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. They're going to pass it here. He completes it in traffic. Gain of about 8 here. Nice pickup, but he stopped a second before he can move those chains.
There's not met many receivers in my life that don't love the spotlight, but you got to earn your place there. The easy way to do it, catches just like that, going up into double coverage and making the play anyway.
He's Warren on third down. And what a play. They never gave him a shot to get that single yard. He's going to lose some yardage. 4th down coming up.
It's after plays like these, Kate, I love to study the body language. What is that offense doing after getting stuffed inside on a run like that? And more importantly, how much does it energize that defense?
Setting up to pass. Has him on the quick hitter. And I don't think he got to the marker. Looked a little short, and yep, indeed, he's marked short. This is a turnover on downs.
You know, these 4th down plays are all about trust. You lean into what you do best. Unfortunately, with the lack of execution, you're going to throw that one off the playlist.
And Willie, no, he's not going to escape. They take him down on a pivotal play late in this ball game. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
What is up?
One final shot here. Hits his target. That's DJ Moore. And that's a touchdown. No flags. That's 6. And now they've got a chance to force overtime. This entire game came down to just 2 plays, Brock. They've knocked out the far more difficult one with that touchdown as time expires. And now a chance to force overtime.
And now it comes down to whether they can get the 2-point play or not, but it's hard to question it. Every bit of juice, every bit of momentum in the building right now is totally on their side.
And I moved everybody so you can get that play. I hope you know that.
One final shot. It's intercepted. That will do it.
Keep the change. Whoopsie.
So make a check in the win column for the Steelers. And there was no
Y'all know where we at, man.
knuckling until the very end, but their defense
It's
carried
key.
that small lead through to the finish line.
We do what we need to do.
Escape with a victory. This has been another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. With all our crew here and my broadcast partner Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. The Steelers are winners as we say so long from Chicago.
I'm untouchable, bro. The only time you do good is when my defender randomly died for no reason. Let's go, man. Look at them. Come on, bro. Tight end. I got too many weapons, bro. Run game, passing game. It don't matter, man. What you trying to do, Mo? It's key. 59% completion. Let's go. Let's go. Same 6-minute quarters. Alright. I may add a little bit of rain to it or something. Give it a little bit of dynamic. They're definitely all Madden, you know they are.
Now from a stadium that's hosted NFL games since 2007, the International Series continues inside iconic Wembley Stadium, the capital city of London, England, hosting the NFL again. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's the Chicago Bears and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Cairo Santos to kick off for Chicago. We welcome you, Mike Tirico, Greg Olson, and that's Cairo Santos to get us started. And off we go from Wembley. We'll get this up past the 20, and that's where they'll set up shop. At their own 22-yard line. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. On the ground is Jalen Warren. And he's going to be taken down at the 37. Terrific starter there. Gain of 15 and a first down.
And I think this is something we're going to see a lot here tonight. The ability to use this run game to really set the tone coming out here for this offense.
Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for 1st and 10. 58. On play action, Rodgers on the move left. He's going to keep it himself.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
From the 41, here's 2nd down and 6. In the shotgun, it's A-Rod. He'll find his big target. Pat Fryermuth. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line. It's a pickup of 12. That's a Steeler first down. From the gun, Rodgers. That's complete to his running back, Kenneth Gainwell. And they'll take this down inside the 35. Give them 15 more on that one. They are on the move. It's a first down. He'll get about 6 there, setting up second down.
Tackle at the 25-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up second and 3.
Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. He is hit before he can get rid of it, and down he goes. 7th play of this opening drive, and here's third down. Looking to throw, it's Rodgers. Pretty good effort on that one. It will not be enough. It's going to bring up fourth down.
I think there's one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a fourth down decision to make.
Fourth down, Rodgers. He'll get this into the hands of Austin. And he will have that first down. Taking a chance here early in the game, but they convert on fourth down.
And he's come out of the game on fire here, Mike, early. He's yet to throw an incompletion on this opening drive. And as he now approaches the opponent's side of the field and they start thinking points on that other sideline, this defensive play caller has to be looking at that call sheet saying, what can I do to slow this guy down? Because with the way this game has started, he could be in for a big day. He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
Here's second and 9. Once again, it's Warren. And the defense there to meet him.
A lot of running. Dang.
Third down.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up third and 6.
To throw is Rodgers. Oh, and that throw not able to be pulled in. It's incomplete. Looked like he may have got a little ahead of himself there. And it's going to bring up fourth down.
Well, we sit up here all the time and we try to break down why certain plays work or don't work. Well, this one's not real tricky. I mean, he just simply needs to catch the ball. I mean, that close to the first down chain. If he just catches that ball and turns upfield, they extend this drive. He's got to come over to the sideline, take a deep breath, tell his guys, hey, man, that's on me. And he's got to go out and make that next play because his team's going to need him to play better as the rest of this game continues. These are the situations where, as an offense, you're trying to dial up your best play call to make sure this possession doesn't get wasted. But let's give credit to the defense. Big moment, big fourth down opportunity, and they're able to get off the field.
Williams going to throw on the first play. Oh, he's going to be followed up and taken down. They got him. That is Deshaun Elliott on the safety blitz, bursting in to record the sack. Work to do now as they come up on second and long. A play fake, and they'll throw with Williams. The linebacker, Alex Highsmith, getting in for the sack. That's going to lead to third and very long.
A sack certainly isn't ideal in this situation, but I think this quarterback considers himself lucky. He at least prevented the safety. This defense is in attack mode. They know they're one big play away from taking a 2-0 lead.
Into space. Past midfield. Still on the move. Inside the 10. And he's going to take this.
No sense, bro. At all. And you know that. Don't even start talking. Stay muted.
Touchdown, Chicago. A huge play there. They go in the air. We only see a few touchdowns of that length all year. They go from backed up to in the end zone for a touchdown.
It is, Mike. In this case, most teams are saying, let's just pick up a first down. At the very least, give our punter some room out of the end zone. But not this guy.
Playing your hardest. All right. Let's go.
And that's exactly what he was able to do.
So after one, 8-0 is our score. More from the International Series in London after this. So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. To return is Kenneth Gainwell. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
We'll start this on the ground with Warren. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the 31, here is 2nd down and 9. Rodgers. Check this down to Gainwell out of the backfield. We'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
Well, this is a great example of the old saying, Mike. You never go broke taking a profit. And give credit to this quarterback. I know it's not the big explosive play he was looking for, but getting the ball into the hands of his running back, allow him to pick up some extra yardage after the catch.
Open man left side. He's got it. A pickup of 15 in the air. Good for a Steeler first down.
And this is where the speed of your inside receivers are so critical. He lines up in the right slot. But, Mike, look how far he covers to where he ended up receiving that ball. You can't have all day. Those defensive linemen, they are coming after your quarterback. So the speed in the slot is critical. That's a great example why.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Warren. And he's into the end zone. Jalen Warren. Touchdown Steelers.
And that's one of the best elements of this run game is just how explosive they can be. And it has felt like they've been on the verge of breaking one a few times here, Mike, and then they finally make it happen here. Catch the end zone, first time today.
And although it's just the 2nd quarter of this one, we'll chase the points now. Try to get things tied up. Here's Rodgers. And that is not going to work. It's incomplete. Trying to tie the game with a 2-point conversion, but unable to do so.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. On the return, it's Devin Duvernay. He'll get across the 20, mark him down to the 23-yard line.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
What is up?
Williams going to look to throw it on 1st down. To the sideline, and what a catch, and what a great job to keep the feet alive. Inbounds as good as you can do it. What a way to kick off a drive. That's a gain of 30 and another 1st down.
This guy has just such a knack for getting open, Mike, and whenever they're looking for that big play, he's usually one of the guys at the top of the progression, and it's pretty easy to see why.
And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
He is tackled at the 46-yard line. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the 46, here's 2nd and 9.
What is up?
Working out of the gun, here's Williams. And they'll take this down inside the 35. A pickup of 14 on that one. 1st down, Chicago.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes. And There is a lot of room to operate. Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up the key 3rd down?
Joey Porter Jr. got a hand in there and made the play. So, after 2 straight incompletions, here's 3rd and 10. Now they'll pitch it out here.
Well, we have an early decision here, Mike. How aggressive does this coach want to be on this 4th down try? I think you got to keep your offense out there. You have a prime opportunity to take the fight to them, extend this drive, and hopefully be able to come away with points.
No move for the field goal unit. They're going to line up and go for it on 4th down. Taken in.
And what really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets and put so much pressure on the defense, deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away, quarterback's doing a nice job of finding the open man.
Ball down to the 16-yard line, and it's 1st and 10. Here's Williams. And he's in. Luther Burden. Touchdown, Bears. That's his 2nd touchdown so far here in the 1st half. And that is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start in this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer, because right now, they don't have one for this group.
That'll be caught, and he is not going to get in. Stop on the try for 2. The lead remains right where it is. So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. On the return, it's Kenneth Gainwell. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Rodgers will set up the screen to Gainwell. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. 16 yards on the game. And a quick 1st down.
This is such a critical moment in the game, that middle 4 minutes, the final 2 minutes of the 1st half, and then the possession to come out of the halftime break. So maximizing this possession here before halftime is critical. See if you can get a drive starter. See if you can get an easy completion to kickstart a 2-minute mode. And that's what they got here. Now they got to see if they can go down and steal some points.
And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. These 2 in rhythm. 12 more yards and a 1st down.
And now you can see they're really getting in rhythm in this 2-minute drive. Now after that last completion, Mike, they cross midfield. Now the mindset goes to, all right, we got to come away with some points. They've got a quarterback who's in complete control, and they got to see if they can finish this thing off.
1st down for Aaron. Oh, a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass he say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up 2nd down.
Anytime you see a receiver at this level miss a ball that easy, it's just concentration. They just take it for granted. All of a sudden, they're thinking about what their next move is or what they're going to do after the catch. And instead of just focusing on first things first, secure the catch, put the ball away, then become a runner.
And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there. That's a Steeler 1st down.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
To the air once more, it's Rodgers. There's a short one caught by Firemove.
bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short game.
Second down, 8 yards to go. One final throw before the break. And that is incomplete. One final chance does not work out. Time has expired. The first half has come to an end. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. And he finally gets forced out of bounds, but that was a fantastic return.
The Bears take over first and 10 at the 39-yard line.
From the 39, here's a first and 10. From the shotgun, it's Williams. And it's going to be intercepted. And the Steelers will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
All right, Mike, you know me. I tend to be an offensive guy, so if we're taking a big shot to start this half, I'm thinking touchdown. But rather, we go interception to begin the second half. Now, still an exciting play. I think we're going to see both sides willing to continue to take these risks, take these chances throughout the rest of this second half.
On the ground, it's Warren to start the drive. And he will slosh his way forward on the wet surface for a gain of a yard.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's second and 8. They'll run the toss with Warren. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
So much of what makes a toss play so good is it allows you to get the ball on the perimeter of the defense really quickly, and it doesn't stress all of your backside blocking. But on the downside, it does get your running back running east and west. They're running sideways for the first couple steps, and with a defense that can run to the ball, we're able to get you down for a loss.
Good-looking screenplay there. A gain of 11 and a first down.
And this is what can happen when you're so worried about protecting the sticks, Mike. You force them to throw the ball underneath, but then you've got to be able to rally the ball and tackle. But they weren't able to do it before he gets the line to gain, and he ends up picking up the first down anyway.
Play fake. It's Rodgers. This one grabbed by Austin. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
15 more yards.
Give them 15 more on that one. They are on the move. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Here's a handoff to Warren. And he will not be able to turn upfield. They'll drop him behind the line.
Kevin Byard. Tackled back at the 35.
Rodgers to throw. He finds Austin with the grab. Well, that helps. It's going to be a much more manageable third down, getting some good yardage on that second down play.
Let's give some credit to this offensive line. Once they identified the blitz, you could see them communicating with one another to make sure everybody is on the same page, and that's what gave the quarterback enough time and found the open man.
Third and short yardage, it's Rodgers. And that is incomplete contact, but no flags. It's going to be fourth down.
So prior to that third down call, Mike, I thought they put themselves in a pretty good situation at that down and distance. They had run and pass, both at their disposal, but nice job by the defense being up to the task. Force the incomplete, brings up fourth down.
Now Rodgers on fourth down. He's got his tight end. That's Freiermuth. And he's going to have the Steelers first down as they manage to convert. That'll keep this drive alive.
Really nice job there, Mike. All they're trying to do is just clear some space for the tight end and then let him go to work in the middle of the field. Now they're set up nicely inside the red zone.
They'll run it right here with Warren. And he is planted backfield. Defenders crashing through. Blow up that play behind the line.
This play here, Mike, is just all about the get-off of the defensive line. Watch how fast they go when that ball is snapped. Nowhere for this running back except to go down for a loss.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. A throw left side, taken in by Thielen. And he's in. Adam Thielen. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
It's key. It is key. That's what you need to understand, bro. It's key, man.
Just take what's easy, the easy pitch and catch.
What am I gonna do, man?
That's exactly what the quarterback
What am I gonna do?
Takes what the defense gives them, and you have a playmaker like outside. They can do the rest with their feet through the catch.
What, bro? Oh my God, man.
Anytime you fail on a 2-point try, there's always going to be second guessing about whether that was the right play call. In this case, they decided to throw the ball, which I like. They just need better execution, and they end up coming.
And it works every single time. And it works every time. It's not a matter of you know what I'm going to do. It's a matter of you not being able to stop it.
Duvernay on the return. And they will finally track him down.
Like juking or anything like that, bro. You be trying to do all this cool fancy stuff and you don't go anywhere, bro. You just move your feet. Nah, bro. You're a little circle, bro. Exactly. There was one time you could have scored and then you like step back. I knew you was pissed. Too much for you, G. You would never be able to play any NBA 2K or anything. Yeah, oh, I thought you were out. Okay. Bro. I'm not worried about it, man. Not at all.
Look at the touch of this ball, Mike. It's a deep corner out. This ball needs to have the right pace, the right trajectory to not only get it over the second-level defenders, but get that ball down into the hands of his target. He makes it look a lot easier than it actually is.
You're not doing anything, bro. You're not doing anything. 2nd and 11.
To play corner in this league, Mike, you have to have great reactions and instincts. In this case, he trusts those instincts from the jump, and he's able to send the offense going backwards as a result.
Williams to throw on 2nd down. That one intercepted. Picked off by
I mean, now.
And the Steelers are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
I've been around certain quarterbacks, Mike, that loved throwing the ball in the rain, and other quarterbacks who were very uncomfortable. It looks like this one kind of got out of his hand, a little wonky, and that ball gets away from you just enough. It's going to end up falling into the wrong hands and go the other way.
A-Rod now to throw on 1st down. Gervon Dexter in there for the sack. It is a loss of 6 to begin the drive.
6 yards. It's 2nd down.
To throw, it's Rodgers. They'll look to set up the screen here. We'll get about 6 before he's
Getting caught by my own players. I spent and couldn't really spin because dude was standing right there. All right.
International Series after this.
Actually.
Big play coming up. This is third down. In the shotgun, it's A-Rod. That's over the middle and taken in by Fryermuth. It'll be a pickup of 10. Good for a Steeler first down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
That's a nice job keeping his balance in these conditions. A gain of about 5.
At this point, we're going to need 2 hands to count for how many yards he's averaged in this one, Mike. But unfortunately, it just hasn't been enough to overcome the deficit here at this stage of the game.
From the 33, here's second down and 5. Now a give to Warren, running right. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard, that's it.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. Third and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
Oh, in trouble, and down he goes. Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's fourth down. From the gun, Rodgers. That's going to be caught. And he's going to have the Steelers.
Good, man.
They convert in style there. Big play on fourth and long.
Some teams just have a stronger appetite for being willing to go for fourth down tries, even on their side of the field, Mike, and we're seeing it so much more often. The days of just punting the ball back and forth and saying, hey, we're going to play good defense. Remember, the better your defense, that doesn't mean you should punt. The better your defense, the more chances you should take on offense.
And he's not going to get away. They're going to bring him down on the other side of midfield.
So I think as you look back over the course of this game, it's really been the inability of this offense, Mike, to create any sort of balanced attack to get anything going. I mean, whether you look at the rushing yards, whether you look at just the points scored, this offense has to find a way going forward to generate more big plays and more balance, both run and pass. They were able to complete this pass, but how often do we see these running backs run these angle routes and they catch it in stride and run a hole through the defense? So, I know the defense gave up some yards here, but it could have been a lot worse.
What though?
Complete on third down.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
Damn.
The offense staying out there for this fourth down. Now Rodgers. To get this complete, it's Thielen over the middle. And he's going to have the Steelers first down. It's a gain of 12 on fourth down.
And this is the blueprint, Mike. The ability to sustain and maintain possession and methodically move the ball down the field in the process. The defense has had no answers up until this point, and now the next step is, can they come away with 6? Because anything less than that, after this long drive, would be a bit of a letdown.
And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play.
2-minute warning, man.
2 minutes left to play in the
We just trying to
second
march
half.
up.
Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. Now, second and 4. Warren. Into space. And he's in.
Come on, man.
Jalen Warren. Touchdown Steelers. second TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead.
You just don't see these kind of holes too often at this NFL level, Mike, and you can see once he got the ball, the clear line to the end zone, he doesn't get touched, and an unfortunate defensive breakdown here ends up costing him 6 points.
Important one here now for the Steelers. They're going to try to go for the two-point conversion.
The Steelers will line up for the 2-point.
They'll drop to throw. That's going to be caught. So add a couple more points, and they add to their lead.
Mike, I think all of us can remember exactly where we were during a certain Super Bowl where throwing the ball this close to the goal line ended up being a disaster. But unlike that time, they ran this pass play to perfection, and the result, 2 points.
So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown, time to kick it back the other way. And he will only be able to muster the 20-yard line on that return. Here's first down. They'll put Loveland in motion. Here's Williams on 1st and 10. Oh, he couldn't set his feet, but he completes it anyway. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
Just a simple hitch route. Certainly nothing special there or anything downfield, but the idea is the more of those you throw and those efficient passes, the second the defense moves up to take it away, that's when you go for the big ones.
Throwing on 2nd down, Williams. Throw here down the field. Will fall. Incomplete. Luther Burden, the intended target. And it's going to be 3rd down.
So now after that last incompletion, this brings up a critical 3rd down. And remember, Mike, they don't have to get it all here in one play. They've got 3rd and 4th down. There's no punt. There's no kick. They've got to treat this like it's their final possession of the game.
And that could be the dagger. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And the Steelers are right back in this one.
So in this last possession, Mike, they take the ball away, and they do it from playing cover 3 defense. So what that means is there's 3 deep players. There's 2 corners and a safety. They divide the field into thirds, and everybody else underneath is just looking at the quarterback. Straight zone coverage, played perfectly, leads to a big takeaway.
A run up the middle with Warren. Now trying to get back to the line, but he's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
They'll stay on the ground with Warren. And they'll stop it. At least it's an improvement over the last play. They're not losing yards, but it didn't gain any here. And now it's going to be 3rd down.
A gain of a yard makes it 3rd and 11.
Here's Rodgers. The throw here is complete. And he will be taken down. We'll see if they want to use those timeouts, but this one is about done. Duvernay to return. And he'll be taken down, and that is going to do it. Oh, the comeback falls short. Time runs out. This game is over. In the win column for the Steelers. It was a game played in a driving rainstorm, but they would not let the field or the conditions deter them in any way.
Acknowledge me. Yo, oh, bro, you cannot beat me headless, man. I'm sorry. All right. Well, you got another game. Hey, what we playing? I got a game we can play too, but I'm trying to see what you want to do. What's your option? Come on, man. It's key. Yeah, 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 yeah. 77% completion, 243 yards, 17 first downs. And yeah, I got top. Yeah, the last one that we had.